tuning into the Wellness Nurse, where we aim to inspire you to optimize your health so that you can live your best life for longer. Today you will meet Monica Batiste, a yoga instructor on the beautiful Redcliffe Peninsula, north of Brisbane. We will explore the benefits of yoga and its immediate and long-term impacts on physical and mental health. Monica demonstrates the importance of deep breathing in switching off the stress response and promoting relaxation. And she shares stories of individuals who have experienced the transformative effects of yoga as they cope with disability or chronic disease. She also highlights the inclusivity of yoga, welcoming people of all ages and abilities, and that such groups provide openings for friendship and community. So if you're looking for ideas as to how you can optimize your health, or if you're feeling a bit tired from all the pressures of the week, keep listening as we meet Monica and gain insights and tips from her experiences and see if yoga might be something that could be of benefit for you. It's so lovely to meet you, and I've just done the most beautiful class that it was magnificent, really. I feel so full of peace and also energy at the same time.
Very
so
good.
It's just been a beautiful way to start the day.
I agree.
Yeah.
It's great. I love it. I love yoga. I love the beach.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's not peaceful. Sometimes we've got heaps of families and boot camps and trucks. You know, we still need to learn to be peaceful no matter what.
Yeah,
so we
right.
just go with the flow.
Yeah. In the midst of all the busyness, you can find that quiet place within yourself.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. And you've been doing this for 15 years, is that right?
On the beach for 15. I've been teaching longer than that, but on the beach for 15.
So we're here down at Redcliffe Peninsula at Sutton's Beach, and it's one of the most beautiful parts in the world.
I agree.
I moved here 3 years ago, and we just love it. And just coming down to the water, it's so peaceful. It couldn't be a more picturesque place to do the yoga. So I'm really interested in yoga and the benefits it can offer people. Can you tell me about what are the physical benefits? Let's start there. The physical benefits of yoga.
Strength, balance, agility, lower blood pressure.
Wow.
Increased brain activity. It switches on the parasympathetic nervous system through all the deep breathing, so it switches off the stress response. Yeah. So that in turn lowers blood pressure, increases your ability to learn.
Yeah.
Lots and lots of benefits, as well as the muscle benefits of strength, endurance, agility. The only thing I don't do in my classes is cardio, but you can do cardio and yoga if you wanted to do quite a strong vinyasa class. But my classes are more about the breath and the strength and the balance, and mostly what I'm looking for is to help people feel better.
Right.
Love themselves more, appreciate themselves.
Yes.
Mindfulness, peacefulness, because from there, everything works better.
That's amazing. So do you have stories, I guess, over the course of 15 years?
Yeah, billions.
You just would have met so many people who have benefited from yoga.
Yeah.
Are there any long-term people that have been coming for a long time?
Yes. Yes, I've got some people that have been coming from the very first 6 months. I don't have any of those, but I still know them. We're still friends.
Yeah.
But yes, people that have been coming for 14 and a half years.
Yeah, that's amazing.
And 14 and, 12 and 10 and 9. And so lots of long-term people.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm thinking about it. It's sort of suitable for people of all ages.
Yes.
Would I be right in saying that?
Yep.
So what would be the youngest you've had?
You mean like a baby?
Oh, really?
Yes, babies come with their mums.
Yeah.
Babies and children come with their mums and dads or grandparents or aunties and uncles. So we've had all ages, and it's up to the person. I think the oldest we've had would be in her 80s. And I think if the class is suitable, you can come. So it doesn't matter what age you are, because some people prefer a different style and it won't suit them, but because they don't prefer it. So if you prefer this kind of style and this venue, then it's suitable for you, because everything's optional. You can do it. If you're injured, I've done many classes injured myself. So I then teach through my voice, or through one of my friends will do the demonstrations. So
Right.
you can come in. I've had people come that can't use their legs because they've got a broken bone, and they'll just do all their seated postures and the meditation. So you can modify everything. Well, I've had one lady in one of those wheelie walkers, and she did it.
What?
Yeah. And then sometimes really strong athletic people come and they do all the strong postures.
Yes. Yes.
So
it can be really individualized for where a person is at. And I think that's what I have really enjoyed about it. I have just started not teaching myself, but doing it through Apple Fitness Plus online.
Yeah.
So in the privacy of my own home, I've enjoyed learning about yoga.
Yeah.
It's actually nothing compared to what I have experienced this morning, which I'm really glad I have done that, and I will continue to do it at home as well. But it is something about being with people too, and in a beautiful environment as well.
Community is a big part of our group. So we do a lot of socials together, and, community is a big part of our loving and accepting ourselves and having a good life. You need the community, you need the movement, you need your breath, you need to feel peaceful and safe and like you belong.
I got the feeling, I briefly met some of the ladies here this morning, and they were so inclusive. They said, come to breakfast, and just that immediate connection. Yep. And I think there's a lot of people in the community that are lonely. And I'm wondering, what would you say to people who are at home, who maybe are not involved in any community activities? What would be the first step? What I experienced this morning was a very inclusive, warm community of people that are looking for connection and reaching out to others. And it's a really beautiful thing. But I guess there's a lot of people at home that find it hard to get out and do something like this. And
there are so many community events. So some people don't like the idea of exercising outdoors.
Right.
But there are other like social groups that are mostly for helping people to connect. It could be another form of exercise, or it could be a studio. A lot of the studios are very inclusive as well. It's a very friendly peninsula, and you just have to walk along the waterfront and see how many different groups are together.
Yes, that's so true. Yeah. Actually, this morning, just before yoga, I met Tom from the personal training.
He's great. Yep.
And he said, yes, there's been a dozen or so of them out there. They, were there at 5 o'clock. They were all done and dusted. And then I saw the people from the park run.
Yes, that's right.
It seemed like hundreds.
I think it's hundreds as well.
Yeah.
I think when it started, there was like 500 people running past.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah, I was thinking actually maybe that's another way for people to get out, like they're with people and they can steadily integrate.
And there's men's walks, there's women's walks.
Yes.
There's just coffee and chat groups.
Yeah.
Lots and lots of things.
So much going on.
You just need to get to the Redcliffe Peninsula page and check them all out and find one that suits you.
Yeah.
And contact somebody from that group so that you've already got a contact. You're not going in there totally alone, and then you've got somebody's name and you can get there, and then that person will make sure that you're okay.
That's a really great tip for people, just to reach out to whatever organisation it is first. And you've got the name, they know you're coming, and they'll look out for you and include you straight away. I love that.
Because it's pretty scary to go somewhere new. You don't know anybody, you don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm introverted mostly. I understand that. That happens to me all the time.
Me too. Tell me about stress and yoga. For lots of people, lives are busy. They're stressed.
The deep breathing is the key. Right. The deep breathing switches on the peaceful response. So the stress response is always a short breath, and that triggers your brain and your body to go into panic or fear or, the fight, flight, freeze, fawn responses. So they're always accompanied by a short breath. So if you can make yourself take some deep breaths. So lowering the diaphragm, so it helps to switch off the stress response. And if you can even put yourself into an open position like the resting butterfly so that your hip flexors are switched off. They're also part of the stress response. So switching off, lowering your diaphragm, deepening your breath tells your body you're safe. I'm safe. It's okay. And keep taking that deep breath. This one we did this morning, the alternate nostril breath. And that will switch your body into, it's safe, I am well, it's okay. And then all your physiology will start to change.
Is that something that happens? I mean, I felt a certain restfulness immediately. In terms of physiology, do you think, is that accumulative over time? If you do yoga for a long time, can you get into that state?
Yeah, your vagus nerve gets stronger. You can strengthen your vagus nerve, which is responsible for the rest and digest. And you can do that through gargling. You can do that.
What?
Yeah, you can do it massaging your ears, switches on the rest and digest response, massaging around your vagus nerve. Humming, singing. There is a humming breath that goes along with one of the meditations, and there's also chanting, which helps to stimulate the vagus nerve and bring you into that peaceful place. So, and the breathing. Yeah. Lots of things. Yeah. So yes, your vagus nerve can get stronger, so your response to peace can be faster.
Right.
Yeah. So if you've been in the stress response for a long time, you might find that it's easily triggered. So if you can be in the peaceful response for a long time, then you'll find that a little bit easier to get to as well. Tapping. I do a lot of tapping as well. Do you know about EFT?
I'm just learning about it as I'm exploring all these alternative techniques for wellness. I'm learning about tapping as well. And I had the pleasure of meeting somebody from the Tapping Connection.
Great.
And she's talking me through that. And again, that was another way of just benefiting straight away.
Yeah.
Do you do that with the yoga?
Sometimes we do it together. I'll just do the simple tap, but at home I do the full tap, or with children I might do a little song or something. So I do tapping with other people too.
I love it. We've moved up from Canberra. I don't know whether Canberra it is a different community, but there's an openness up here to engaging with a lot of different alternate therapies. So for wellness. So
it's good.
It's very interesting. Yeah,
we need that. When I first started doing yoga on the beach, I was the only one doing yoga on the beach. There was me and Tom. So Tom and I were the only ones I knew of. And then I noticed some boot camps coming in. They're more seasonal, whereas Tom and I are all year. And you know, because if you've already got a gym, you don't need to be coming in the winter. You want to come in the summer where it's more fun and warmer.
Yeah.
And then over the years, it's just gotten bigger and bigger and bigger. And so now there's many, many options. It's really good.
Well, there was a large group this morning. I don't know how many there were, but maybe 30 of us this morning. Yeah. So, and men and women and young and old. And I just love that. If you were to pick like a case study of anybody, can you think of a story or even in your own journey of like a transformation that you've seen?
There is a lady that came who was suffering from an illness that caused all of her body to ache and be quite stiff. And she had a great transformation, and she became flexible and agile and strong and really well. But then circumstances changed and she got cancer, and she didn't come for quite a while. But then she returned, and it took about 2 years, but then she was back to where she was before. She very transformative both times. She's really, really responded well. I was so happy for her. We actually have a lot of people coming in post-surgery that it takes a while for your muscles and tendons to return to where they were, but because yoga can be so gentle and you can take your time, eventually your body does come back to where it was. But it's not a rough activity. Yoga is very honouring of where you are in the moment. So you can do strong postures, you can do soft postures. If you honour your body and go where you are, then your body trusts you a little more and allows you to go there.
Right.
Whereas if you're pushing, your body might go,
yes, that's enough.
Yeah.
and too much and overdo it.
And we've had lots and lots of people. Sometimes people come to me and say, this really helped me get through my divorce because I was suffering from a lot of anxiety. And then other people that have said, I was lonely, I live alone, and now I've got lots of friends and people to do things with. So we've had lots of really great stories. And for me too, I was lonely, and I found something that's given me what I wanted. I needed a community too. I needed to work, I needed to do yoga, I needed to get my health back. So it's been great for me. What a combination, and you're helping yourself, and clearly now a community long term is really benefiting all of us. In terms of healthy longevity, you mentioned somebody was in their 80s, and I remember hearing last year, you know, if there's one thing that you can do as you get older that will benefit you, it's yoga, which is when I took it up. You've talked about a lot of the benefits, but in terms of healthy aging, is there anything in particular that you'd like to add? Well, I think that because in yoga you move with your body, you're less likely to be injured, and so then you can keep moving. So continuously moving so your body doesn't settle in one posture. So keep opening your body, keep moving, keep breathing. It's good for the brain, all the cross-crawling. Right. So is that, it's something you talked about stimulating the vagus nerve. Is it also just the sheer concentration of deliberately, intentionally moving your limbs one way or another, being present? Being present. So sometimes when you're in fear, you're in another space. So if you can remind yourself, okay, feet are on the earth, breathe, listening, feeling, and you bring yourself into your body. So when you're in fear, you're out of your body and you're somewhere else. So bring yourself back to your body, back to this moment. Take deep breaths, and soon your body will respond, and you'll be same as with some of the activities, like with the ears or with looking up and taking deep breaths. When you notice that you've taken a deep breath, naturally, you know your body has switched into peace. That's fantastic. It's so important. Life is not the same when you're in that mild state of stress all the time. You make different decisions, different actions, different choices. You move differently. Everything is different. The way you feel about yourself. But when you move into peace, everything is different again. Your mind is more open. Your memory improves. So when you're in stress, you can't hold on to your memory. No, you know, and you can't store it in long-term memory if your brain is switched off, because it's in it's in that fight or flight. Your amygdala's like on high alert, and your executive thinking just goes out the window. I experience it all the time. I just sort of feel like I'm in this heightened state of breathing, awareness, and practice all the different breaths. I will do. Take a deep breath while we're talking about it. Monica, thank you so much for your time this morning. You're welcome. It's just been so lovely to meet you, to do the class, to be here by the water, and really thank you for your time. Yeah, anytime. And I just thought, what is the name of your business? So I put everything under my name, monicabatiste.com.au, and I've also got an artist website, monicabatisteartist.com.au. So on my Monica Batiste site, you'll get my books and my yoga classes and videos to the YouTube channel, where I've got like 100 yoga classes on there. Oh, really? Yeah. So, and that's, YouTube channel, Monica Batiste. Yep. Okay. Oh, amazing. So it's under my name, Monica Batiste. Okay. Thank you. .com.au. All right. Fantastic. Thank you so much for your time. You're welcome. It was lovely to meet you.